Okay, moving on to plant report. So we have created our planting plan and we want to know what's going on in the model. If I click on plant report, it's going to give you this dialog. You have two options. You can either run a report on the entire model, or if you've got lots of sections and you only want to use one, you can select those sections in normal way using the select tool within SketchUp. Click on selection, it'll only work on those particular plants. We'll do full report for now. You can call the report whatever it is that you like. So by default it says plant schedule. Let's call it plant schedule example. And then moving down, then you have all of the attributes which each plant has that we looked at in plant create. So you can choose all or none of those depending on what it is that you want to actually report on. So for example, if you were just creating a report to be sent off to your supplier, they wouldn't need to know the common name or the exposure or anything like that. They just need to know how many plants you want of each and what size that you want them really. So you would just choose whatever it is that you wanted to choose. If you're doing it for the client, you might want to include absolutely everything unless your notes give you information just for yourself, as we talked about earlier. For now, we're going to go select all, and then we're just going to untick notes and common name just as an example. Towards the bottom, you've got another box that you can check, include additional details. So this is going to give you the ability to add information about the project, which sometimes you want to include, sometimes you won't. Again, if you're sending this report off to the supplier, you won't want to give them details of your client, so you wouldn't use this. If you're doing it as a nice presentation for your client, then perhaps you would. So if I just type in some details here, so I'll go for Cherry Tree Cottage, client name Mr. and Mrs. Smith, site address 1 street, the town, AB12CD, client phone number 01234 567 890, email at email.com, and then at the bottom you've got additional notes. Now there's a couple of things that people have suggested for this. You might want to say a note to the client saying like a disclaimer, should we say, so some plants may not be available at the time of purchase, so substitutes be used, or something like all plants to be placed in situ and checked by designer before planting commences. Something similar like that. This is going to appear on the front page of your report, which you'll see any second now. So once you're happy, click on generate report. That's going to give you a preview of the plants that are in your scheme and all the information about them. You've got two options then. You've got either export CSV or you've got export PDF. Export CSV will produce a file that can be read by Excel or Numbers or Google Sheets or any spreadsheet package that you happen to use. You can then treat it as if it's a normal spreadsheet that you've created yourself. You can play around with it, fonts, filter, all that sort of stuff, anything that you would do normally if you'd done all the work yourself. Most people are going to use export PDF. So if I click on export PDF, it's going to create a PDF again with the correct name of the file that we've just specified. And if I click on save, it will then open up my PDF reader and you can see the report. So we have a front page, which gives you the name, tells you whether it's a full plant inventory or just a selection, who's created it, what the name of the project is, the client details. There's a little additional note section at the bottom. Then the report itself, first of all, you'll see details about what the name of the report is, how many species of plants there are, how many plants in total, details about the client, anything that you decided you wanted to add. And then the report itself, you'll see that because there are likely to be a lot more columns than will fit on one piece of paper, you'll see that when you have multiple pages, the first row is always going to be the botanical name of that plant. So you can very quickly go through and marry up the details of the plants that you're looking for without getting stuck between lots and lots of different pages.